Hey, what's up, kiddos? Welcome back to another E-Learning with Trowbro. I'm Trowbro, and today we're going to be talking about everything E-related. I'm going to show you how to draw the letter E. I'm going to show you words that start with the letter E. I'm going to show you the E chord in music, everything E, because today is E-Learning Day, so let's get started.
E!
E in sign language looks like this. You put your hand up like this, thumb, and your fingers, and that is the letter E in sign language. All right, now we're gonna learn how to draw Einstein, Albert Einstein, arguably one of the smartest men on the planet. And we're gonna do a portrait, so I got my paper tall ways, portrait style. And I'm gonna start with his head, and it's gonna be a simple circle. Notice that I'm drawing very lightly. I draw lightly because there's a chance I might mess up and I'm gonna wanna erase. Now, I'm gonna draw his body. And his body is coming right out of his head. Think of it kind of like a, I don't know, like it has a kind of a D shape on its side, or a bell shape. And then his feet are going to be little rectangles coming out of that bell, like that. And then maybe I give him a little bit of a shoe, so it's like a little D sticking out. Okay, so far, pretty good. I got nice shapes. And then let's draw his arm. He's got an arm coming out, and maybe his arm's gonna be in his pocket right here. I'm gonna put a cardigan on him because he's a smart guy. So think of this as like a rectangle. It's going straight, and then it has a bend. Then I'll have him kind of waving like, "Hey, how you doing? E equals MC squared. I'm Albert Einstein." So, and then I'll give him his hand. Now when something's chibi and it's really cute, not a lot of detail. So his fingers look kind of like little triangles. Hey, how you doing? Looking good? All right, now for his face. Now some artists, they'll put like these little lines that looks like a little plus sign. And that's just to make sure that his eyes and stuff are lined up. So I don't want one eye to be bigger than the other. So there we go. Let's give him kind of a, I don't want to say a sad look, but I'm going to make it flat on the top. Maybe it makes him look a little older. All right, bushy eyebrows. Big, white, bushy eyebrows. They're kind of like rectangles on top. I'm going to give him a little tiny nose. And then his iconic, a mustache. I must ask you to draw a mustache. Looking good so far? All right, now maybe a little bit of an ear. Right here, little C. I don't see the other one because it's like 3/4 view, something like that. And then Einstein's hair was messy. It almost looks like he's going Super Saiyan. He had a receding hairline. That means his hair goes back a little bit. Looking good. I like it. All right, I'm gonna give him a collar shirt. And then he's got a cardigan on. He's got his cardigan on. All right. All right, I think it's pretty good. I'm gonna take my Sharpie, go over it. All right. Looking good so far. Now, I'm not a big, stickler, I guess, on making sure that I'm following the lines exactly. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter. You just want something close. So sometimes I fix little mistakes, or I'm like, oh, you know what, I don't like that. Might change something. cardigan buttons. Let's give them 3. There we go. His pants. Let me make them a little wider. His boots. Or shoes. I don't know. I don't know what he wears. It's Albert Einstein. Alright, looking good. Maybe I give him a little shadow down here on the ground. And now you can color this however you want, your little Einstein. Maybe I should make his pants black. I might do that. I'm gonna make his pants black. I'm trying to always make sure that my picture's balanced, equal black, equal white, so maybe I give him like some nice like gray boots or something. I'm gonna go ahead and give him black pants, and I should color these buttons black too. I probably should have did the pants first. You know, sometimes I get excited. I'm like, oh, I better do it before I forget, because that happens sometimes in art. You start working on something and you're like, oh, I need to do that, and then you forget, and you hang your picture up and you're like, oh man, I forgot to do something. So sometimes it's better to like pause what you're doing and go do the smaller things so you don't forget it later down the road. There we go. Looking sharp. Now I'm gonna take my pencil, erase any of the unwanted lines. So hopefully you drew really lightly so you don't see any of those. My Albert Einstein. He looks so smart. He's ready for the Manhattan Project. I do feel like this leg on the left is a little bit bigger, so I might make this just a little bit wider. There we go, that's better. I like it. Brush all this eraser off, and you can color this however you want. You use colored pencil, crayon, marker. I did get some watercolor paint, so I might just paint this just a little bit. Not a whole lot. So I got some watercolors, good old Crayola. Got some water. All right. Now the nice thing about this is there actually is like a skin color. I don't know what the difference is between this one and this one. This one looks a little bit lighter. That looks a little bit more bright. So I don't think I want that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put like a little bit down and then add some water to it to thin it out. Because I don't know how bright this is gonna be. That's a pretty good color though, I think. All right, I'm gonna get some more. You can always go back and get more color. So you always wanna start light and then like work your way dark. Alright, that's a good skin color. I like these. Whatever this set is right here, man, they have like a bunch of other colors, like 3 times as much. It's good. Normally you just have like the normal rainbow colors and then black and brown. Got a little in his mustache, that's okay. I'm not worried about it. Usually if you don't tell people you mess up, then they won't even know you did. So just be like, yeah, that's how I wanted it. And sometimes paint or mustaches can be a little thin right there, so maybe you see a little bit of skin there. You know, that's fine. Do it on the other side too. Balance it out. His hair's white, so that makes it easy to color. Albert Einstein. I should have him say an E equals MC squared when I'm done. Maybe I'll do that. Almost done. What color should his cardigan be? Maybe like a mustardish color. Oh, I don't need to do his hand. Other hand. It's hidden. Okay. Oh, what's the color? This is like a purple. Oh no, I don't want that. I thought it was like more of like a burgundy color. I kind of like the burgundy color. Maybe I can make a burgundy color. That's pretty burgundy. Burgundy's kind of like a reddish brown color. So maybe I'll do that. Happy accident. So that, and then a little bit of that purple. Just a dip. A dip. Just a little tad. All right, yeah, that's a nice burgundy color. I like it. Okay, and then I want to do kind of a brownish mustardy color for his jacket. So I might have to maybe do this brown and then add some yellow to it. Oh, needs to be thinned out a little bit more. So I need to add some more, clean it out, add some more yellow to it. It's one of the best things about watercolors. I love mixing watercolor. Make some really fun colors. Clean my brush out and get some more. Oop. All right, there we go. So maybe start with the yellow and then add just a little bit of a brown. Get that like mustard color. Like a Dijon mustard. Dijonage. Well, bam. That's good. It's a good color. Yellow. Start with yellow. Start with yellow. I just say it so I don't forget. Einstein. Einstein starts with an E. I hope you're learning a lot on our E-Day. Our E-learning day. I should have got maybe a little bit of a bigger brush. This one's kind of small. A little dinky. That's okay. Making sure it's nice and wet. The wetter it is, the easier it is to mix the colors. Alright, let's have this brown. Nice. Alright, it's getting there. It's getting there. Get more water. Make sure I'm mixing these colors good. Does this look the same on the right side and left side? That is the question. Alright. It's good. I think it looks good. Maybe a little bit more brown up here. Clean it out. Maybe too much. I don't know. I just want it close. Alright, there we go. I did get a little bit of paint right there on the white of a shirt. What you sometimes can do is add like clean water and then get a paper towel, soak it up. There we go. That's fine. That's good. Now if I want, this is a little scary. I'm gonna get a little bit of black. I can add, what? That is the weirdest looking black I've ever seen. That looks black, but that looks kind of skin colored. That was weird. Here, let's, is this black? Let's see if this is black. Is that brown? That's definitely blue right there, and I think this is supposed to be black. I don't know if maybe paint gets so old it like won't listen. Yeah, it definitely looks kind of brown when I paint it, so I might just leave it as it is. That's our Einstein. He looks cute and adorable. He's saying, "Hey, what's up?" Oh yeah, I need to write my E equals MC squared. All right, so let's write it first. E equals MC squared. And now the little bubble. Yay! It's adorable. It's adorbs. All right, I hope you guys had fun.
E!
For E-Learning Day, how about we learn some words to start with the letter E?
Elephant! Exercise! Einstein! Eggs! Electricity! ESO! EL! Eagle!
All right, guys, let's do something brand new. Let's talk a little bit of music because it is E-Day, and so let's learn how to do the E chord on the guitar. Now, if your guitar is not tuned, that's the first thing you're going to do. Tune it up. There are apps on the App Store that are free. You can download and tune it. So this is the tuning of a guitar. Standard tuning. E, first note on the top, A, then a D, then a G, then a B, then an E. 2 E's. All right? All right, so now let's zoom in on the fretboard and learn that E chord. All right, so here's my fretboard, okay? And first fret is here, second fret right here. And that's where we're gonna be up, right here. So, now normally this is how they teach you. On the 1, 2, 3, 4th string, E, A, D, G, the G string, all right? You're gonna put your pointer finger right there, all right? Then you're gonna put, I'm just gonna kind of go in order of my fingers. Then I'm gonna do my middle finger on the 2nd string, that's the E, on the 2nd fret. And then I'm gonna put my ring finger right behind it on the D string, on the 2nd fret as well. So, 4th string, 1st fret, and then middle finger, A string, 2nd string, on the 2nd fret, and then my ring finger right behind it. And then the 1st string, you play open, and then the bottom 3 open. That's the E chord. E-Day! Now I personally, the way I do E sometimes like that, but sometimes I'll do it actually with my bottom 3 fingers. So it's the same thing, the same place, but I'll put my middle finger on the 1st fret on the 4th string, and then I'll put my ring finger on the 2nd string and my pinky on the 3rd string. And the reason I do that is sometimes I want to slide. Because this is an E, but I can go down, bar, F, G, A. So sometimes it makes stuff like that. So, E chord, woohoo! Either way, nice chord. All right, well that is how you make the E chord. Super easy, gets a good start. One of the best chords that you can learn how to play. A lot of great songs, a lot of blues written in E. So it's fun to learn. Pick up a guitar, learn how to play it. Rock and roll forever.
E.
All right, let's first learn how to draw the letter E and some bubble letters. Now I think the lowercase e might be one of the hardest letters to draw in bubble letter form. And so I'm gonna show you how I think of the E, all right, the lowercase e. All right, this is gonna be weird because you're like, Mr. Trowbridge, you're drawing an O. And it's true, I am. I'm gonna draw what looks like a bubble letter O, because inside of this shape is the lowercase letter E. Especially if I draw then that right there. Because inside this shape right here, you can almost already see the lowercase letter E. So lowercase e is basically an O with a line cut through it, okay? So what I'm doing in my head is I'm thinking of the top half is kind of like a rainbow. See that little arch right there? And the bottom one is the same arch, but it doesn't go all the way. So there's my lowercase e. I used green so you can kind of see the shapes. Now you can do that with a pencil, but then you would take, you know, your pen and go around the top, all the way around the bottom. See that little gap? Let's make this a little thicker. Sometimes adding a little bit of a thicker line will make it pop a little more. So you can already see that this is how you make a lowercase e. Now when you get really good at it, you can do it without doing that, but I think helping you understand how things are built will help you be able to draw it in the future. So think of it kind of like an O, but inside the O, you just have a couple little lines that separate the shapes to make it look like an E. So that's my lowercase e. So it almost looks like a capital letter D, and then it's got like just the bottom letter like J, backwards of course, but all shapes, super simple. Now, the capital letter E is way easy, because it's basically just 4 rectangles. So capital letter E is a rectangle, think like an L, and then it's got another rectangle here, down here, and then in the middle. Now sometimes I've seen the rectangle go all the way to the end, sometimes it's shorter. It's just personal preference. I'll probably make this one just a little bit shorter. Why not? Capital letter E. Now normally this should probably be a little bit smaller than the capital, but that's okay. I wanted to use all of my paper. My E's. It's e-learning day. Now we know how to make bubble letter E's. You probably knew how to make the capital, but the lowercase one, I think, like I said, is a tricky one. So now you know how to make a lowercase e and uppercase E in bubble letters. Ooh la la. It's electric. It's exciting. And I hope you had fun learning how to make E's. You could say it was easy. All right, so here is my MIDI keyboard, and it's a fancy controller. It plugs up to my computer, which is right here, and then whatever I play over here, it will make the sound. So, keyboard, MIDI keyboard, not really a piano, just a fancy controller. Now, if you don't know much about the keyboard or the piano, how it's set up is you got these white keys, the ivories, and then the ebonies, the black keys on the top. Now, you want to always find middle C. Middle C, all right? Look, see the 2 black keys? There's always a pair. 2 and then 3. 2, 3, 3. So if you look at the 2, the white key right before it, that's always C. 1 octave down. And the white keys go in alphabetical order. So C, after C comes D, E, F, G, then it starts A, B, C. Oops, C. It's a little keyboard, so sometimes my fingers, they're a little fat. C. So, to do E, because it's E-learning day, okay, the E chord, C, D, E. This is the E note. So after the two black keys, always E. E. Now to play a chord, you need three notes. You need the root note, which is E. Then you need the third, all right, and the third is this G sharp. So C, D, E, or E, I'm sorry, E, F, G, sharp, G sharp. And then the fifth for the chord is this B right here, right before C. So, thumb, pinky, middle finger. And I can hit the bass. E-learning day is so great. I love it. I love e-learning day. It's so much fun. Good times. Keyboard, E. Well, kiddos, I hope you guys had fun on our e-learning day. I hope that it was super easy and that it was also exciting. And I think that's a hard balance between the two. How do you make something exciting and also easy at the same time? I don't know, but I hope I straddled that line for you and made it exciting. And I will see you next time on E-Learning with Trowbro.